How's it going, everyone? Your boy Zach's Network here, and today we're going to be talking about Fire Emblem Three Houses marketing. Was it good or was it bad? So let's go all the way back to 2017 of January, when Nintendo revealed that a new Fire Emblem game would be making its way to the Nintendo Switch. We didn't see any gameplay, any characters, or none of that. We didn't even know the actual name of the game back then. It was unnamed, and all we knew was that a new Fire Emblem game was making its way on the system. And a lot of us were really hyped. We knew that the Switch was growing astronomically. It was selling phenomenally well, which was insane, coming from a system like the Nintendo Wii U. And on top of that, we even knew that the success of the 3DS Fire Emblem games also made the Fire Emblem franchise a lot more popular and generated more sales and growth within the community. And we even knew that the jump in terms of power between the 3DS and Nintendo Switch would be astronomically tremendous, going from a system that was less powerful than the Nintendo GameCube to a console that's a lot stronger than the 360, PS3, and even the Nintendo Wii U. So we knew that Fire Emblem would take a massive jump in terms of graphics and fidelity, and that this new Fire Emblem game would completely push the bar completely far, and they'd be able to do things, and we'd be able to see and experience things like never before. And like I said, this game was set for 2017 when we first saw it in January, when we saw the reveal, and we ended up actually getting a release for 2018, but the game got delayed, and that's back when it was an unnamed game. So fast forward, I think it was all the way to 2018 in June, which is a really long time from now, and that's when we first saw the game. And you're gonna notice, man, Fire Emblem Three Houses, man, like we finally found out what it was, but it really didn't look anywhere near as good as we thought it would look. For a system a lot stronger than those other systems, visually, Fire Emblem Three Houses looked like kind of like an upscale PS Vita game or something like that. It did not look that great for a system as powerful as the Nintendo Switch. The animations were really clunky, the cutscenes were really slow, and a lot of us didn't know how the game would overall play, and many people were making countless connections towards other RPG type games like Persona, or even connections saying, oh, this looks like Hogwarts and stuff like that. And I think it was really starting to affect the game, build up a lot of pessimistic people, because a lot of people didn't know the direction the game was going, and they feared that it could affect the whole core of Fire Emblem and how Fire Emblem's reputation of how it's seen and what the overall game is about. And this is where the bad marketing comes from, the multitude of different delays and lack of information that we were actually not getting whatsoever from Game Freak. So like I said, 2017 was when we found out a new Fire Emblem game was coming out. It was set for 2018, but it got delayed all the way to 2019 once we saw the game in 2018 on June for the first trailer. And we don't even get the next trailer for Fire Emblem Three Houses all the way until 2019 in February, which is an insanely long time yet again from when we saw it, and we didn't really have much information from Nintendo. But that's actually when Fanny Bomb came out, and she actually started dropping out a multitude of different leaks herself. And that's when we talked about tons of characters that would actually be students, characters like Felix and stuff like that, that'd be making their way, talking about how the story in Fire Emblem Three Houses was going to be insanely good. It would be like a 9 out of 10, whereas something like Fire Emblem Fates would be a 2 out of 10. So the story is going to be insanely good, kind of like the genealogy games of Fire Emblem. The gameplay is going to be very good. The maps are not going to be the best, but they're not going to be bad. There'll be a step up definitely from games like Awakening, especially Echoes from 3DS, because that game stayed very true to the original source, and we all know how bad the maps were in that game, unfortunately. But that's pretty much all the leaks and stuff that we got. I feel that they picked up at the same time, because Nintendo started getting better at marketing during the second trailer, because they started to take all the leaks, all the information that Fanny Bomb was leaking out was starting to be revealed by Nintendo, because a lot of people were saying, man, you know, this really sounds way too good to be true. From the characters, the story, and all of a sudden we find out that characters like Felix and stuff like that actually exist in the game from their trailers. These characters do exist. You know, we started getting leaks and information about how the story would be, and every time leaks came out from Fanny Bomb, we actually got connections that happened from the overall trailers itself that only added even more emphasis and hype towards the game. You know, and it's just insane. From the second trailer, and I feel that when marketing really hit its all-time high for Fire Emblem is when Fanny Bomb actually leaked out the description of what many of the characters would look like, and that the game would actually have a time skip. Stuff like how Dimitri is going to end up losing an eye, he's going to end up having an eye patch. You know, he has a dark chip on his shoulder. He has a chip on his shoulder basically. He was going through things. He lost his family. Then we hear stuff about like how Claude gets a beard and sideburns, and Claude even looks a lot cooler. And he has his own custom wyvern, stuff like how Edelgard ends up putting her hair in a bun. She has horns, and then she even also has a uniform or class that makes her very similar to that of a baron, and she has an axe. Yet again, after seeing the third trailer, every single thing that Fanny Bomb actually said only lined up with what Nintendo's shown. It lined up perfectly well. Even when we heard about the legendary weapon, she originally said it was a sword of creator, but ended up being sword of creation. So a little slight difference, but pretty much the same. So all of her leaks ended up adding up with the trailer, and that only built so much hype, along with many YouTubers out there like Lucky Crit, Mangs, Gast, and many other people out there too, as well as Player Essence, and even getting a video from Roger's Base that it only pushed hype to an even further level. From us seeing the game, experiencing the game, from the Nintendo Direct, which also pushed the bar even higher as well, seeing how the game actually plays, what it looks like, the different features the game has, and even telling us that us as gamers, Fire Emblem gamers, as well as new people within the community, are going to have so many different experiences that are only going to add even further replay value to the overall game. The Direct is when we really got to see what the game is really going to have to show us in terms of gameplay, in terms of feel, and the fact that if you're not even interested in the different activities, you could skip it. You could just enjoy your traditional experience that you would like within a Fire Emblem game. So when it comes towards the overall bar of overall gameplay, Nintendo Direct really pushed the bar really far, and they did a phenomenal job at marketing when it came towards how the game plays, as well as the feel of the game, and even the characters of the Nintendo Direct. Fanny Bomb did an excellent job when it came towards leaking and creating overall hype towards what the game will offer, characters and different stuff like that. And Nintendo, yet again, as well as Intelligence System, held their end of the bargain. They did phenomenally well when it came towards delivering that information and literally telling us, hey, it might be a leak, but here we hear information is true. There it is. Bam, this is what the characters look like. Bam, the story is going to be good. Bam, this is true. Bam, this is there. And they end up holding their end of the bargain every time. So I definitely do think the overall marketing of Fire Emblem Heroes was pretty bad when we first got it. The game was riddled with multiple delays. We didn't hear that much about the game. It ended up looking looking or playing like we thought it would play. But over time, information got even more in depth about the game. We found out more about the core mechanics of the game, and graphics, animations, cutscenes, everything just got better. People's pessimism down here and unknownness about the game went all the way up to being overall optimistic, people loving the game, even many people in the Fire Emblem community getting together, getting happy for the first time I've ever actually seen, and just spreading nothing but love and overall just happiness about how good this game is going to be. Tons of hype everywhere, and this is something that's really going to be amazing. I really cannot wait for the game. You know, in this time, I think they've done the best, and I've never been this happy for Three Houses ever. You know, I was like, man, hopefully this game is going to be pretty good. Even then, I'm going to look forward to new experience. But they definitely did blow us away with it, and all around, I would say they've done a pretty damn phenomenal job at marketing Fire Emblem Three Houses at the end of it, leading up into the game. But other than that, what do you guys have to say? What do you think? How good do you think Three Houses marketing was? Was it good? Was it bad? Make sure to let me know in the comment description below. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my content for more. And also, thanks for watching my content, and have yourselves a damn good one. Zach out.